Welcome back to FallingFoxGaming, everybody. I'm your host Blaine, and today we're going to be playing Starfield. Now, I've wanted to bring Starfield to the channel properly for quite some time, but I didn't want to play the game right away on the channel because I wanted people to have some time to experience the game for themselves in their own free time. So I figured by this point, after about a year of the game being out, everybody that's going to play the game has played it, they know the main storyline, or at least enough of it that I don't have to focus on it in our playthrough, and I can focus on a lot of the side content that a lot of people might miss. And along with that, a lot of the game-breaking bugs have been fixed and some quality of life improvements have been added to the game that will allow me to actually play the game and maybe get some people back into playing the game now that there's a DLC coming out. And that's something that we can do later on down the playthrough line. But for our actual playthrough, today we're going to start by skipping the tutorial completely. We're going to skip the part where we're mining, the part where we find the artifact, the part where we fight the first raiders, and the part where we deliver the artifact to the Constellation group or whatever they're called. We are going to be starting off when we finally have open freedom to do whatever we want, so I can introduce our character and we can begin our journey in our own way without being railroaded into tutorial quest lines. So with all of that being said, let's get started. And this is our character Fox. Now, originally, he had brown hair, and I was going to name him Bobby because he kind of looks like a farm boy. But when I changed his hair to orange and his eyes to orange, it just kind of fit our profile a little bit better, so I just stuck with the name Fox. In terms of what perks we have, we started off with weightlifting, piloting, and ballistic weapon systems because we started off as a space trucker. We leveled up a few times during the tutorial, so we got targeting control systems, boost pack training, and stealth. Now, I don't remember what skills and perks are good and which ones are not. It's been a long time since I played, so I actually don't know what to pick. I'm just going to be picking things as we go along, hoping it helps. As for our background and everything, we chose the long hauler background, so we are basically a space trucker, or that's what we were prior to getting, caught up in the normal main storyline BS. For our traits, we took the Freestar Collective Settler because I figured that sounded kind of like it went with the long hauler pretty good. I chose Introvert because I don't plan on using companions unless we need them to haul stuff. That's pretty much the only reason why we'll use them. And finally, we chose Alien DNA because it's going to have a lot to do with how we set up our difficulty sliders, which I'll explain in a second. Essentially, we have more health and oxygen, but healing and food items aren't as effective, which is important because these are our difficulty settings. I set it so we deal a lot of damage and enemies deal a lot of damage, so combat is going to be over very quickly. We have ammo weight on, we can carry less, we can only access our cargo from inside the ship, vendors have less money, medical items heal us over time rather than instantly, food does not heal us, we can only sleep to heal inside of our ship or in settlements and outposts, we need food and drink to stay sustained in terms of, being hydrated and hungry. And then we have all the afflictions and all that stuff set up to their maximum difficulty. What this essentially means is that the game is going to be a lot harder, just generally speaking, because we're going to have really high damage amounts, with the exception of ship combat. I need to familiarize myself with ship combat a little bit more before I turn these up, but I will make it more difficult for us in the future. Right now, I just wanted to turn the ship difficulty down until I got the hang of it again, and then we'll kind of bump that back up too. Now, the alien DNA, I chose that one on purpose because we're going to need to eat and drink a little bit more because we have that alien DNA. But we have a little bit more health and a little bit more oxygen, so I like the benefit of it with us having this no healing from food. It's going to make that setting stand out a little bit more. Now, we went ahead and sold everything, so I think we have sold pretty much everything we could. We did collect a whole bunch of stuff from the raider outpost that we had to attack during the main storyline, like the little tutorial thing, but I've sold pretty much all of it. We have some stuff left, but not a ton. And then we bought a bunch of food. That's kind of what we did. We just bought a whole bunch of food, so we have a bunch of food and drink and medical packs because we go through those super fast. So here's what our goal is for today. We need a new ship. I don't want to use this ship because it's tied to the main storyline and I want to get away from that as soon as possible. And ships are just way too expensive. We cannot buy a new ship, even if it's just a tiny little transport ship. So I have an idea. So we're going to attempt to try and be a little bit of a space cowboy. We're not going to shy away from stealing. We're not going to shy away from doing some things that are a little bit shady if it gets us by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a planet where there's a ship that we can steal. And when we do that, we are going to pretty much downgrade the ship to being as tiny as possible and then going from there. So let's go ahead and take a look around. Actually, let's go to the map. So if we look around here, we start off in United Colonies territory, which is actually, it's a ship. We could try and go to a different, we could go to a ship that's landed. Should we just try and steal a ship that's over here? That might be exactly what we want. Well, here's the thing. Here, let me explain a little bit better. We are in United Colonies territory, which is perfect because this is the perfect place for us to steal, because we're going to head back over to Free Star Collective territory, which is over this way. So I don't actually care about stealing over here because these are not the people we're really going to align with. So let's go ahead and see if we can find a ship over here to maybe steal. Now, like I said, it's been a long time since I played this game, so I don't really remember how these work exactly, but we're going to find out.
Hello? Hello? Did I turn it on? I'm learning how to fly. The instructor, she's passed out. Oh, God. Oh, God. The engine's making that noise again. Help!
This is amazing. I don't think this could have been any better. I really want to take this ship. It's a training ship. That's probably what as basic as you could possibly get. Okay, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to board this ship. Power off everything, then I can help. Oh my goodness. We're going to tell him to turn the power off. All of it. This might be a terrible idea. This is the very first thing we're doing officially in this game. I'm not counting the tutorial. We're going to try this. This might get us into a whole heap of trouble, but you know what? It'll be fun if it works.
What's with the power? How do you do that? Wait. It's starting again. Please stop the ship. Just stop it and help the instructor, please. It's moving again.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and shoot out the engine. There we go, I can dock. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. I don't want to be a murderer. That's not what I want to do. So if I have to murder them to take their ship, I'm not going to do that. But if I can, like, trade them ships, that sounds good to me. Okay, so this is a training ship. This is about as basic as it gets. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to steal all this stuff. All of it. Just everything. All their stuff. Because they have a ton of really good stuff. I thought about it, and I need to be nice to these people. Probably nicer than I want to be, because I don't want to murder them. And I just realized I have no way of sending them back to, like, a planet without taking my ship, and I can't do that. It's the frontier. I don't think they let me get rid of that ship. So I'm going to see what this conversation brings, and I think it's going to be a little more disappointing than I wanted. I thought about trying to, like, take the ship from them, but I don't think you can do that without killing them, and I don't want to do that. Can I just take the ship? You're not authorized to pilot the ship. Alright, let's see what's wrong with the instructor.
What? Oh, thank you. Is my student all right? The ship?
It's almost criminal piloting the ship in your condition. Yeah, kind of. Let's hope for a reward. I like this. Let's just say it's pretty much a criminal to pilot a ship in her condition.
It's been months since I've had even a small seizure. The timing... I'm so sorry. I'm gonna catch my breath, and then I'll get us back to port. Take this. You deserve it.
Okay, you know what? Honestly, not a bad gig. I actually took the stuff out of their captain's locker, which had a med pack in it, which is what I gave her. So technically, I didn't really actually spend anything. I just want to take this ship. Okay. Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't want to be a goody two-shoes there, but I also don't want to be a murderer. So that was a pretty crazy scenario to enter in right away. I was hoping for a free ship, but instead I got a bunch of free supplies, which is honestly, that's worth it. So we're just going to say goodbye to them. Oh, they took off, so never mind. I'm not going to say goodbye. Alright, so there's one more ship over here. Let's try that one. If whatever this ship is doesn't work out, then we'll land on planets and try and just like steal a ship the old-fashioned way.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh, that is actually... Hold up. So that is a Crimson Fleet ship. Oh. See if we can get the engines. Grav drive, engines. See if we can stop the ship. Alright, you know what? Ha ha ha! There we go. Oh. How do I... Engines? There we go, dock. Alright, there we go. You know what? That worked out. So if you're unfamiliar how it works and how boarding works in this game, if you shoot up the engines of an enemy ship and their shields, you can actually board their ship. And that's what we're about to try here. Now, I'm going to go sneaking in, and we're just going to try boarding it and see if we can go in undetected. And if we could potentially kill everyone in their ship without them killing us, then we could potentially get a free ship here. Now, I have no idea how many people are on this ship. It could be 1, it could be 7. I don't know. So we just have to hope that we can kill all of them before they kill us. So we actually found ourselves some black market antiquities too, which is a really valuable contraband. I think I remember how to sell those, so let's hold off here for a second and just kind of take a quick peek around. So we've honestly ended up with some really good luck. The first ship we found had a bunch of supplies for us. The second ship is one that we can actually take, make use of, and then pretty much sell everything aboard for a whole bunch of profit. So we are in really, really good shape right now. Looks like we found Astra, rare currency. Can be found on the galaxy once you go to the Trackers Alliance headquarters. Complete your first mission and something. Okay, so tracker stuff. All right. So this was a pretty good haul. Let's go ahead and take over the ship. Unguided. Hold on, what did it say? Upgraded piloting skill required to fly the ship. No, hold on. We have a level up. Can we upgrade our piloting? Upgrade. Wait, what do we have to do? Destroy 5 ships? No. That's dumb. Okay. Well, that's really disappointing and actually really annoying, honestly. So we have to destroy 5 ships to be able to upgrade our piloting. Well, I guess we're just going to steal all the food off this. Well, this ended up being basically just like the first ship, where it's a supply run, I guess, rather than getting ourselves a new ship, which is really annoying. Alright, well that was extremely disappointing in terms of not being able to get a ship, but I can't really complain because honestly we got a ton of really good stuff from that. I mean, look at this. We are overflowing with like weight and it's pretty much all from food, so I can't really complain at the end of the day. So I guess that is what it is. It was a dangerous mission. We didn't get the ship we wanted, but we got a bunch of additional supplies, so I'll take it. I just realized something. So this is the Crimson Fleet ship that we just destroyed. Can we actually destroy it, and does this count towards our skill? It does. Okay, so we actually technically destroyed one more ship before we can level up and try and actually get something out of it. I don't think there's any debris in here. No. So, one thing I just remembered is that that ship was actually attacking another ship, wasn't it? So where is that? Right here. Deimos Armored Transport. Okay. So here's the thing. I tried boarding the ship, and there's a whole bunch of wonky gravity stuff going on that I'm just not ready to deal with. I didn't want to deal with the gravity going in and out on that entire ship, and it's a pretty big ship that we had to explore, and we're just not ready for that. So I'm going to leave that ship alone for now. What we're going to do right now is we found ourselves in possession of some contraband. So if you've never sold contraband in this game before, this is what you have to do, or this is the best way to do it as far as I know. Inside the wolf system here, there is a place called the Den. Here at the Den, there is a fence. Somebody that actually buys contraband and, more expensive goods. It's the only place I know of off the top of my head that you can sell contraband to. And so it's really important, in my opinion, that you go here early and just kind of get used to going here. Okay, so here we are at the Den, and there's a few things we can do here, but what we're looking for right now is right around this corner, there is a vendor for the Trade Authority. We should be able to go right here, contraband. We should be able to sell it, no problem. There we go. And so that's how you can sell stolen goods and contraband. This is the only vendor that I know of for sure that does that, so it's worth getting to know them right away. Okay, so the only reason why I wanted to go there was to get rid of the contraband so we can continue flying around doing stuff. I don't really care about actually trying to sell all of our stuff right away. But at this point, we might as well try and actually hunt down something specific. We can either try and track down another ship to take out so we can try and level up our piloting skill, or we can just keep trying our luck at finding a ship we can actually pilot. But I think we're going to take a look at more UC space stuff. And interestingly enough, I didn't realize that the Den was actually in United Colonies territory, and there's actually a ship right here. So I'm thinking we might as well go check this out. I think this will be the last ship we try to actually investigate. If this doesn't work out for us, then we're just going to try a planet. Now I have been scanning some of the planets that we've kind of gone by in the moons, so we are gaining some passive XP basically. So we are going to be leveling up still as we go along. Whoa, what's going on? Bunch of debris. Hold on. Alright, I had to toggle off the active missions because I don't want any active missions right now. So, what do we have here? We have a derelict privateer. Alright. Now, admittedly, that could be good for us. That's kind of what we're looking for, but I'm also expecting that to be a trap. And let's see if we can get close to it. Ooh, we can just dock with it. Alright. Let's just do it. And I'm still dehydrated. I forgot to drink liquid still. Whoops. Now, there's something going on here, obviously. Okay, so we can only go down. And it does say that I'm hidden, and when I move, it wibbles a little bit, which means there is someone else around. I don't see anyone through the door, so let's just try opening up and back up. Anyone? Hello? Well, actually, I guess I wouldn't be yelling. What was that? I just heard robots, I think. I just heard something. I don't know what that sound was. It says I'm in danger. What? Oh! Ah! Oh, that hit me too. Dang it. Okay, that hurt. Okay, I'm down to 13 med packs. I need to be really aware of how many of those I have. How can I hit this turret? Whew. Well, I got it, but the thing almost got me. Okay, so if you see how like slowly my health goes up, that's partially from the difficulty setting we're on and partially because I have that alien blood. So I have a little bit more max health, but I heal slower, I think. Come on, just come around the corner if you're gonna come around the corner. I might be in over my head again. It seems to be a common thing here. Okay. Alright. Turret destroyed. Both turrets are gone. Okay, good. I'm not gonna lie, this is scarier than you think. Alright, the main floor is cleared, but there is this way to go up here. I think that's the... yeah, that's a new way. So, we need to go up here, and I'm really concerned that there's going to be a turret up there, because if there is, it's going to kill us pretty much outright. Okay, so I got up to the top of the ladder, but that was not at all elegant. Okay, it does lose me, though, just standing over here. That's good. Alright, I'm just going to use the grenade. Okay, that went really far away. Way further than I thought. That's not helpful. Alright, I think that might be it. That's all the little wibblies that I saw moving around. So the dude renamed everything and now no one can get the safety on. Well, shouldn't mess around on the job too much, I guess. The ship has been rendered inoperable. Yep, that is too bad. I like this cockpit. I'm going to have to remember which one this is. This is really nice. Okay, so that is going to be the last ship we try and take in space. It's clearly not working out for us. It's clearly not working in the way we need it to. So we're going to have to go ahead and do something different. Alright, we're going to go back to Alpha Centauri.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
Well, good thing we got rid of that contraband.
Alright, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Well, there's a civilian outpost right here, so let's start with that. Alright, well, I really wish I would have just stayed here and actually, looked around. Hold on. I was just showing red already. Shows there's hostile things around. Apex Parrot Hawk, okay. Now, where is this so-called mining outpost? Okay, so the mining outpost is just a little bit of ways here, and honestly, it looks like it's kind of worse for wear. And I don't see any ships, unfortunately, which is what I was really hoping for. They do have a landing zone here, but there's no ships on it, so bully me. Now, there are people here, so presumably there are ships that do come here, but there's just not one here currently. Okay, so looking here on the map, I kind of went down over here, and it looks like there might be a ship over here. Okay, after a mostly uneventful trip, aside from shooting a couple wildlife things that got a little bit too frisky with me, I think we found our ship here. And I'm thinking that we might be able to actually take this one advanced. It's locked. Dang it. Hold on. Actually, we have some skill points. Let's see if those skill points will get us into here. So, security. So, if we take one rank, we can try advanced locks. There we go. That sounds like exactly like something we would do. And here we go. Let's see if this works. Alright. One minigame later, and we are in. And as far as I can tell, The ship is empty. Alright, so the ship is empty, so here's hoping we can take this. Let's go. Yes! Okay. So there we are. Now obviously this is awful. We are taking a civilian ship. But you know what? A space cowboy, it's gotta be a space cowboy. And honestly, it kind of looks like a freighter ship, so it's kind of right up our alley, honestly. Alright, now that we've technically stolen the ship, and it's technically ours at the moment, let's talk about what that actually means. So, when you take a ship in the way that we did, where we just kind of took it from the planet, it becomes our home ship, and we can use it freely. However, if anything happens to it, we don't get to recover it or anything like that because it's technically not registered to us. It's presumably still registered to the person that originally had it registered, I guess. Not really sure how that exactly works. But what's important to know is that if we go to an actual city, such as... Okay, so we've arrived in New Atlantis at nighttime, so I'm actually going to rest until morning, which is actually kind of the first time we've really rested in this game, so that's kind of a good thing to see how this works with the new survival mode thing. Okay, morning time, and now we can actually go take care of business. So this is technically our new ship at the moment, but to officially license it, who's that?
Hey, kind of breaking my concentration.
Sorry.
Hey,
So we have to register the ship as our own.
and he's our new captain.
Alright, and to quickly explain how this works, just in case you're not familiar with it, whenever you get your hands on a ship that's not legally yours, you have to register it in your name, and I think it costs about 70% of the ship's value to register it. In this particular case, it would cost us 8,000 credits to register it, and it's worth 9,400 if we were to sell it, so you could make a small profit if you were to take ships and sell them, just not a huge profit, and that's kind of Bethesda's way of stopping people from just spam selling ships for insane amounts of money. In this particular case, though, we are not going to sell the ship, we're just going to register it under our name so we can modify it. We essentially have a pretty basic ship with a few additional things. It looks like these suppressor weapons are actually pretty good. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of break apart everything and give us a pretty basic ship. Alright, so I have our ship fully broken apart here, and we need to design a ship that is, I'm going to say, a little more simple than what we had to begin with. I'm going to try and design something that's kind of like a space semi. A transport ship that is very basic, very straightforward, kind of long, and not very good at maneuverability type thing. Maybe one weapon just to have some form of defense, but other than that, I think we're going to stick to just cargo for now. Alright, and we are finished with our ship for now. We have named it the Fox Den. Now, I basically blew through all of our money, and honestly, I'm pretty sure I just made the ship worse. The only thing I really did is I made it so it has a lot more cargo space. It says we now have 1,630 cargo space. That's pretty much my main goal for this thing from beginning to end. I don't know what it looks like inside yet, so we're going to have to find that out together. But I just wanted to show you guys the overview of the ship first. Now, essentially what we have is we just have one big weapon. It's a laser cannon up front here, and that's it. So if that doesn't work, then we should probably leave combat. We exit the ship from the rear down here, kind of like, the idea is I was going for like a long ship, kind of like a semi. That's essentially what I was trying to do. And it is slow and maneuvers like a boat. And that's pretty much the goal from beginning to end. And I tried to make it orange, but honestly, it looked awful when I did it orange. So I went white and teal. And, you know, honestly, I kind of like it. It looks like a cargo ship. And that's essentially what I wanted. A big old, like, space semi. My one big upgrade that I want to do for this is I want to get it to where we can enter from the back here. And the door is right here, instead of having to go up the ladder. And I do know that there are a few of those type of loading bays, so we'll have to find those at some point. So we come into, I believe this is the living quarters, which is what I kind of primarily wanted here. So that way we can have passengers and we can bring them around. And that, I don't know where that goes. What's down here? Nothing. Oh yeah, I had this space added specifically so that way we could have our landing gear. I might try and change that down the road, but right now we don't have any money, so I don't even know if I can even change it if I wanted to. Yes, we were able to get rid of that. We were able to put the reactor down below instead and just kind of shuffle everything around up here a little bit. So that looks like it's good to go. Okay, so that's better. We don't have a ladder right in the walkway, and thankfully the ladder is facing on the right-hand side. I was hoping it'd be on the right. I don't know why, but I do like it when the ladder's on the right rather than the left sometimes. I don't know what that is, but that's the way my brain works. Yeah, I like this. I think I am very happy with... I've named the ship the Fox Den. So I think this is a good place to call it an episode. With this being our first episode, my primary goal was just to get a new ship and modify it to fit our theme. We've pretty much done that. This new series is going to focus on mostly all of the side tangent things that you can do in Starfield rather than the main storyline, so I hope you guys are excited for that. I'm expecting a lot of the videos to have a lot longer runtime than normal, probably looking at around 45 to 50 minutes per episode, and there's going to be a lot less editing than would follow one of my normal videos because that's the whole purpose of this series for me. I want to add more content on the channel, but right now I'm limited on time in real life, so this way I can actually just play some Starfield, edit down some of the more boring stuff, and just kind of keep the videos a little bit shorter, a little bit fast paced, but I still am going to have them a little bit longer because there's going to be very little editing. So I hope you guys are okay with that, and if you guys are enjoying it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. That helps the algorithm push the video so more people can see it. If you guys find things entertaining, let me know what you like about the video. Let me know what you don't like about the video. I'm okay with all of it. I'd like to hear your input to see where this series goes. With this being the very first episode, I have a bunch of ideas of what I want to do, but as we're playing, if you guys want to see new things, throw it down in the comments and we'll try it out. So with that, we're going to end it here. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, again, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one.